Hello, Chris Canziani here with weareonefoundation.org. How are all my Scorpios doing? I'm wearing my Army hoodie today in honor of Memorial Day. I wanted to give a special thanks and shout out to all the military families, all of our vets, all of our service members, all of our reserves. Give them a special thanks and shout out on this Memorial Day. They deserve a lot of love and appreciation for the sacrifice and the service they do. So I wanted to give them a special shout out this week, and always remember to show love and respect whenever you can. But let's get right into it, Scorpio. This is your sacred geometry reading for the week of May 31st through June 6th. Pulled 3 messages for you guys. Let's jump right into it. You guys here have the star tetrahedron. You have the piercing the veil. And we have the gratitude card. So very, very nice. With the star tetrahedron, that is actually the perfect balance of the masculine and the feminine energies. And I do not mean male, female. I mean left brain, right brain, masculine, feminine energies, the powers that are represented by those things. So it's a perfect, unity and cohesion of balance with these things. You have piercing the veil, which is connecting, once you connect to your spiritual self, your true self, to the world and all its realms, all its dimensions, all its beauty. It's like you since you have that balance, you are able to pierce now and get through, this human blockage that we have. And in order to connect to everything around you, your community, the environment, our souls, other people, this world, this galaxy, and all its beauty, and it's all its dimensions that we know very little about, and but are connected to. It's just we seem to have forgotten how to connect to it. But once we find that balance, we can connect to the beauty and the energy that is all of life. And once you do connect to all that, you can't help but be grateful for all the beauty and all the magic that exists in this world and in all the worlds and in all the energies and all the forms of life that do exist. There's a lot of bad going on, and there's always going to be evil. There's always going to be things that happen. There's always going to be tragedy. But if you really just sit back and look at your daily, life or daily things or whatever, there's so much more beauty than bad or than evil in this world. It's just we kind of got conditioned in celebrating or being more entertained by the bad. So it's like we need to get out of that pattern, out of that circle that the news only shows bad news, bad news, bad news. They never really touch on the good stories as much as they do the bad ones, because they don't bring in as much ratings, or they're not as entertaining. But we need to stay on that positive energy instead of the negative energy, and always be grateful. And the simple beauty of just recently, rest in peace to DMX, Earl Simmons, who just passed away. He had this, he said recently, before he passed, he was like, he remembers when he was young in the projects, and he saw a monarch butterfly, and in the projects in New York, you don't see many butterflies, so he ran, he chased it, and he was able to catch it, but in capturing it, he killed the butterfly. And he said that he didn't see another butterfly until he was 40 years old. And when he saw a butterfly again, he was so grateful, and he understood that, that he felt like that was a punishment for killing something so beautiful when he was young, that, that God or whoever, karma, took that beauty away from him. And most people wouldn't even think of a butterfly, or you might think a butterfly is beautiful, but for him to have understood that, man, I didn't see a butterfly from 12 to 40 years old, that's a simple little beauty that I lost out on. So like there's a lot of things that people don't realize, those simple little beauties in life. If we appreciate all the simple little beauties, maybe those tragedies and those bad things won't be so bad for us. So this week, Scorpio, it's all about, connecting, balance, and being grateful, which is what, we should all be doing anyway. And that always leads to a more positive thing. So, Scorpio, that is your May 31st through June 6th reading. I thank you for joining, and I will see you next week. Stay blessed.